PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray now. Finding his target is Trey McBride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on first down is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Murray, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fields it right around the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Cardinals 14, Rams nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at the 20. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Farmer. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Farmer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
To the air again. Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Rams, nothing.
Second down at 5. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
42.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Foster Moreau from 6 yards away. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point put through by Succa. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. Murray now running left off the option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Now Murray. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second down, Swift. And he's going to roam. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Murray now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Murray now on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Throwing again, Murray. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Murray now, third and goal. Just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I feel like my man, Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Cliff Kingsbury here on fourth down. Trots out the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now we're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On second down now, it's Farmer. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And the Rams are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On second down, it's Farmer. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Hey, 22!
On first down, it's Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Set. 22. 0. 53. Ready.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Up the middle, and he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it. Yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Easy.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Farmer. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st down, Murray. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game starting the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Stafford. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Thornton Baker with a pick. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 17 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Rams 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. From a couple yards deep, we'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 41, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Murray now. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore from 13 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Cardinals 31, Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll find Moreau here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Try and throw. Going up top for Cup. And it's Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Cardinals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Rams 7.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ramsey.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Buzz.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Off-play action. Ramsey. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on first down. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Second down and 4.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Ramsey. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Cardinals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.